Once the life is emptied, the older Jedi will leap to higher ground and claim that it's over. The cocky Sith doesn't listen and he pays the ultimate price. It's a sad scene in the movie, but it's kind of funny here. We all know what happens to Darth that confines him to the suit. It's pretty gruesome. Ubisoft decided to not depict his fiery fate, and the Emperor finds him limbless but unscathed by the lava. I understand this is meant for kids, but in that condition, he wouldn't have to don the suit. They could just attach prosthetics to him and he'd be in fine shape to get revenge, but I digress. It's a small nitpick on a nearly flawless experience. Hey, that guy looks familiar. It's Max from Streets of Rage 2! It's nice to see him again. Though I wonder what the hell he was so busy with that he couldn't help out his friends by busting some skulls. Didn't want to tear his favorite jacket, I guess. As far as the ending goes, well, let me just show you. Talk about disappointing, but at least we get to see MJ dance one more time, so that's something, I guess. Fly through the giant logo that says The End, and Superman is triumphant. Or is he? Lame ending is lame. Very lame. But I finally have this game behind me, so I'm not complaining. Defeat the bear by using the same strategy as Demon Dan, and after his long, arduous journey, he finally makes it to Sunday school. Our teacher happily greets us, saying, "Sunday is a fun day when you spend it at church." You keep on saying that to yourself, lady, and I'll continue to sleep in on Sundays. In the end, everything goes back to normal. Susie cozies up to Ed and states that Ed wasn't to blame after all, and that Mother Nature was just waiting for a spark to get back at us for mistreating her. I say bull to that. Ed is a screw-up, plain and simple. He dropped the can mutated everything. A plus B equals C, end of story. Okay, we've got what looks like some kind of ticker tape parade. Here's the power coins, spinning and whirling. Now they've dispersed, like the 7 Dragon Balls after a wish. And credits. What? That's even less of an ending than the original Power Rangers Game Boy on normal mode. Oh wait, there's more. Piece of cake, right guys? It's not advancing. I guess I have to press a button to get to the next part? Or not. That sure is an ending, isn't it? After the whirling weakling is dispatched, the iconic WB star finally makes it to his party. Awaiting him past the doors is the shock of a lifetime. So shocking that he couldn't contain himself, apparently. Oops. His admiring fan club was actually the supposedly pissed off peers after all. All of the preceding mayhem was just some very funny tricks. Yikes. With friends like that, who needs enemies? Worm's ending is disappointing, to say the least. A holographic projection plays and it provides more backstory, which doesn't really make much sense. Basically, the ancient overworld inhabitants feuded with the peaceful underworld residents and many wars waged, leading into ultimate destruction by nuclear winter. The long and short of it is that it's a call for peace. The message will hopefully keep the non-Maltas and the people of Earth from committing the same mistakes as their ancestors. That's it. We don't really have any resolution with the story. For all we know, Moby can end up going on a killing spree over being distraught over Ziggy's death. Perhaps another nuke will wipe out civilization. We don't know, and we'll never know. It's very ambiguous and not very satisfying. I have watched the ending on YouTube, and let me tell you, it's not worth the aggravation. You can look it up if you're inclined, but I'd recommend doing something more productive with the 4 minutes it would take. It's another example in a long string of "that's it" endings, requiring too much time and effort for little reward. The little green man is the keeper of the treasure. He was attacking McDonald because he thought he was going to take his gold. Well, that and the fact that he's a creepy clown, and who wouldn't attack first when confronted by Ronald McDonald? Anyway, Greenie concedes defeat and says that the treasure is McDonald's. Ronald takes pity on the fella and states that he doesn't want his treasure, only to find a way to repair the damaged rocket and head home. Wait a minute. The point of the game is to collect the missing map pieces in order to obtain some unknown legendary treasure. You're gonna tell me that McDonald and company traveled all that way, risking life and limb, ruining scarf after scarf, only to have a change of heart in the home stretch? So, the ending that you get after investing a couple hours of free time is basically the same as not inserting the cartridge in the Genesis at all and staring at it in silence, trying to perceive hidden meanings like it was Guernica. Doesn't this completely negate the reason for playing it in the first place? Greenie is amenable to this and creates a rainbow bridge for our merry misfits to trip balls on all the way home. The ending is, well, hardly an ending. The protagonist heads back to Japan where he sits on a throne. That's it. Talk about anticlimactic. The music is pretty catchy, I guess, but it's not much of a reward for what I just went through. The couple becomes bathed in blue light and embrace for the first time as husband and wife. All's well that ends well, I suppose. Jekyll has finally found the piece that he... What the hell is that? This is the good ending? That's downright creepy. Is that Mr. Hyde? Is that a cross sticking out of his back? Again, I ask, how is this the good ending? The bad ending might have left a lot to the imagination, but this ending is much more sinister. Jekyll has survived his ordeal to become wed to the love of his life, but will they truly live happily ever after? Somehow I doubt it with that horrible omen looming over them. Well then, that was certainly cheery, wasn't it? That doesn't seem very happy to me, so I don't know what they're talking about. Let me get this straight. The reward for clearing the more difficult section is the worst ending, and getting the best ending reveals an uncertain future for the two lovebirds? That's BS and everyone knows it. It almost makes it not worth playing at all if Jekyll can't find peace after all the turmoil he endured. In the end, the Vigilante frees Maria, and a one-screen ending pops up, declaring your victory over the rogues and stating that the Vigilante rules the city. Wait, he rules the city? This certainly changes things. Am I a bad guy pushing others off my turf? Am I actually the big boss? From the way it's stated, it doesn't sound like he's gonna help old ladies cross the street or volunteer at the soup kitchen. It sounds like Vigilante's gonna take from the collection basket and strong-arm the weaker townsfolk into giving him money for protection. I'm not sure what to think of this Vigilante. This really isn't a happy ending, is it? Maybe the rogues were the good guys, and they were trying to free the peaceful citizens from the menace that was Vigilante. I guess we'll never know. Defeating Gozer brings up one of the simultaneously best and worst NES endings. Needless to say, I love it wholeheartedly, and I would proudly wear a shirt emblazoned with its typographical and grammatically errored beauty.